Evening, folks, and welcome here to Newry Showgrounds tonight. We're in Newry City. AFC are taking on Richhill, Mid-Ulster Intermediate B match. And there we go. There we go after literally 12 seconds.
I think less than 15 seconds. It was a complete fluke. The ball was played into Mark Patton, and he seemed just he tried to direct it into the path of another player, and it just sort of skimmed into the net. And I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing. He just couldn't get back quick enough. It's not a bad start.
No, it's not a bad start. We didn't even get our introductions half done there, but we'll take it.
So I mean, that's I think we're probably going to say it's Gareth McCullough here, by the way, because Morris hasn't introduced me yet.
No, I'm here tonight with Gareth McCullough and myself, Mo Ruddy.
I mean, it was that fast, the goal. I mean, straight from the kickoff. It's exactly the start Newry would have wanted. I think another 3 wins after Wednesday night, I think we'll definitely see Newry promoted. It might even be 2 wins after the night if you win this plus 2 more.
Yeah, so depending obviously the result of the match on Saturday past, which was called off, we're waiting to see if we get the 3 points or not. So 2 wins after tonight should do it if we get the 3 points. Yeah,
I think it's a foregone conclusion that Newry will get the 3 points after that. Obviously, Banbridge AFC couldn't field. They've conceded over 110 goals this season, so I think don't want to put words in their mouths, but I think they might have been a wee bit fearful about the hiding they may have got if it had taken Newry on, you know.
I think the meeting for that is on the 28th of this month. That's when we find out for definite, but
just running through the Newry starting lineup, I think as far as I'm aware, he's only made one change from the team that beat Valley Rangers 3-0 away from home. That's Shane Lundy coming in on the left for the suspended David Anderson. So you're Peter Murphy in goals, your back four of Niall Crilly, Joel Annett, Paul McElroy, Gary McVicker, Shane Lundy on the left of midfield, Sean Hunt on the right, Jimmy Walker and Chris McMahon in the middle, and the recent regular front pair of Neil Barr and Mark Patton. It's Mark Patton who's opened the scoring here in somewhat fortuitous fashion.
I think he deserved a bit of luck with the bit of misfortune he was having a few weeks back, where he hit the post about 4 times against Lurgan Town.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mark will be the first to admit he's probably not scored as many goals as he probably would have liked, but his work rate and his assistance in other people's goals has been absolutely fantastic, especially in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I think over the last 5 or 6 weeks he's been absolutely sensational. He's assisted a phenomenal amount of goals for us. So
I think he's the most recent winner of the Newry City AFC Player of the Month as well, so I think it's well deserved, and it just shows that the fans are recognising the contribution that he's putting towards the team.
We're a chance here again with Walker going forward. And strike from distance. Oh, and that's unlucky.
Gary McVicker, I think that would have been a rarity if that had gone in, but he fancied his chances. I think he probably saw Mark Patton's effort going in, and he said, why not? So just going for a corner here. There's a chance to put this game to bed very, very early on. Only just over 3 minutes into the game too.
Will be Walker to take the corner from the right-hand side. It's in towards the back post. That's unlucky again.
I think it was Mark Patton again was going for a second. So after me talking about his lack of goals over the last while, he's determined to prove me wrong here.
I think this Richhill side, they've only won one of their last 5 league games. It's currently sitting, I think it's 3rd or 4th bottom in the league.
I think looking at Newry's remaining fixtures, I think they pretty much played all the top teams. The fixtures they have left to go on and win the league.
Chance here for Patton again. Is it off on a Lundy?
It's 2-0.
2-0.
I know one man on the ground will be very happy at that. It's Jerry Hillen. Be very happy that Shane Lundy's got his name on the score sheet. It was a fantastic finish. Again, it was Mark Patton involved. I think he led it off to Shane on the right, on the left. Apologies. It was a very, very good finish. Said the ball past the keeper. I mean, we're only sitting at just over 4 minutes in. You're 2-0 up. So make sure you stay tuned in for an avalanche of goals here, folks.
Yeah, I think with the games that we've shown so far in Destination Newry, as far as I can remember, each of them have been 5-0 wins.
And the way this is going, I mean, you expect it to be 5-0, possibly even more at this point in time. It's a free kick there, just midway inside the Richhill half. Sean Hand was fouled. It's been utterly dominant so far from Newry.
Of course, as usual, good group of supporters down the Canal Court end there, cheering on the lads.
Yeah, they've been very loyal this season. They've been mentioned quite a lot by the supporters, and Darren Mullen, the manager, both on the website and his column, and face to face. I mean, they're very much appreciated. They've stuck with the club, and they're a big difference is the way the club are sitting up the top of the league. It's very unlucky from Sean Hand there. Ambitious effort, 35 yards, just wide. So I think Peter Murphy could be one of the players in the pitch tonight that might have a very relaxing evening. Ball hasn't come in his direction so far. Newry really look up for this from the word go.
Running again, and it's Patton.
That's Neil Barr's finished that.
I think the referee, has he given offside? He has, he's given offside.
Yeah, that's the correct decision. Mark Patton was well offside when the ball's played through. He's very unselfish to square it to Neil Barr, but Patton looked 3 or 4 yards offside. So, but at least they played to the whistle. Unfortunately, so that could have been 3-0, but still 2 at the minute. I still think we'll be happy with that. Now Crowley with the ball down the right here.
Newry attacking here again. That's a sloppy play. Chance here for Richhill to get out of their own half, but again, Newry pick it up at the back. We've got Crowley now playing out from right back. Plenty of space and time here for Crowley. Able to pick out Barr. Newry look very comfortable on the ball here early on.
I think the only thing that's going to beat Newry today would be themselves, if they took their foot off the pedal. So I'm sure Darren Mullen will make sure that doesn't happen. Just need to keep playing the way they've been playing all season. They'll win this extremely comfortably.
McMahon now plays it wide to Crowley again. Great ball inside. We're on the left now with Lundy. So I think, as you said there, Peter Murphy could be in for an easy night. Only conceded 13 goals so far in the 19 games which we have played. There will be 20 obviously waiting on the Banbridge result, but I think it's that himself and the defence have been phenomenal so far this season.
Yeah, definitely been the foundation that the league title challenge has been based on. To concede 13 goals in, so you say 20 games is measly. And they managed to pull back the goal difference. Valley Rangers did have a better goal difference than Newry, and they managed to pull that back with that 3-0 win last week. So something of the best goal difference. The best column in the goals conceded column. It's definitely the foundation that the whole thing's been built on. A lot of experience there. Paul McElroy's played for many years at Carnben League level. Joel Annett and Al Crowley been here before. Gary McVicker's played Carnben League level. Peter Murphy's been a stalwart, I suppose. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying it. That level as well. They've all really stepped up to the mark coming into Intermediate League B here.
That's the way by McVicker. Clears out easily enough. I think it's the first time maybe Richhill have managed to get the possession out of their own half of the pitch.
Yeah, it's certainly definitely the first time they've really ventured into Newry's half and managed to keep a hold of the ball for more than a couple of seconds. So that'll maybe give them a bit of a foothold. They were probably shocked by those 2 very early goals inside the first 3 or 4 minutes. The last thing the Richhill manager will want to be another goal in the next 10-15 minutes and just be looking for them to keep it tight. was unlucky. It was a ball in the right there. Paul McElroy did well to cut it out for a corner. Richhill just starting to get a wee bit of a foothold in this game. Maybe that's being a bit optimistic, actually.
Just over the last 5 minutes, they have started to create their way into the Newry half. Chance here now with the corner. That's in low. That's a superb clearance by Crilly.
Yeah, it's just as I was saying earlier. Newry need to be very careful.
That's a very brave save there from Peter Murphy.
Yeah, and he's hurt here. You say he came charging out there, and number 11 there for Richhill was going in for a volley, and he has been very brave, but unfortunately it's cost him. With no sub keeper on the bench for Newry, you really hope that Peter Murphy gets up from this.
Yeah, I think he has featured in every league game this season, if I'm right.
Yeah, I do believe he's been never present. I mean, he's very organised. He's the guy that certainly commands his area and lets his defence know where he is. So you really wouldn't want him having to go off here injured. I think I'll give him as much time as possible to get back up from this.
That's just why we have the break and play as well. Just to remind folks that we're actually into the final of our last man standing competition at the moment. So from 227, we've whittled it down to just 2 people. And both of them have selected different teams for this weekend, so it will be very interesting on that front. £500 up for grabs.
It's going to be a nice wee Easter payout for somebody.
It's, Peter Cahill and Niall Quinn. I believe the teams that were selected were West Ham, and the other one was Aston Villa.
There's 2 teams that can probably beat a lot of teams in their day and can also have a propensity to get hammered this season. West Ham are playing reasonable football at the minute though, so you can tell we're filling here, can't you folks? So the sun's just setting over the mountains here to our left. It's a bit difficult to see, but one thing we can see is Peter Murphy's still down injured. You'd really hope that from a Newry perspective that he gets up here. It seems to be his hand.
Yeah, I think when he came out for that ball, it was an impact save pretty much. It was point blank range really.
Yeah, I mean he was right on top, but I think just inside the 6-yard box. I mean I think if Peter's leg was hanging off he would play on, but you know as a goalkeeper obviously he goes out saying you need your hands, and he's a tough character, so as I say I hope he gets back up from this. I think this wee break and play, even though Richhill do have a corner when play restarts, will probably help them a bit better because it takes a wee bit of the momentum out of Newry's attacking at the minute.
I think as well it's important for the rest of the Newry players they have to keep focused here, and obviously Richhill do have a corner here, so they really don't want to concede at this point in time. Peter Murphy does seem to be okay though. He's up and he's ready to go.
That'll be a relief for Newry fans. Straight in again.
Sort of sums up Peter Murphy in a way. Absolutely no fear.
Yeah, I mean there was 3 or 4 players on top of him there, but he was straight in punching that ball away for another corner. It's on the other side of the pitch now.
It's another corner here for Richhill, and that time it's away by Patton. Murphy again with the punch clear. Richhill really pinning Newry in their own box here. And chance for McElroy to clear. And Crilly moves forward now down the right hand side. Cuts inside, nice 1-2 with Walker. That's a great ball forward.
It's an unfortunate ending there. It was very well played there between Niall Crilly and James Walker. Unfortunately Sean Hand's final ball in wasn't as good as I know he's capable of.
Hand has another chance here. This time plays it inside. McVicker finds Lundy on the left hand side. Unfortunately loses it.
Newry will just want to be getting their foot in the ball here again. Probably gone out of it a wee touch, relatively speaking, since the second goal.
I think, as you said earlier, that they actually seem to have taken their foot off the pedal a bit. Hopefully we can pick things up again. Sean Hand with the counter-attack now. Again. Oh. It's cleared by the Richhill keeper.
It was good goalkeeping there. Neil Barr was charging in the loose ball, looking for his 26th goal of the season.
I'm sure you'll be well known for that number, counting down to the 30.
Yeah, I personally hope he doesn't get there, but I'll gladly pay up on the wee side bet that myself and Neil have. Gladly if he does get to the 30, which he should do. And I mean, if Newry have any more spells like they had in the first 3 minutes, he could maybe make that 30 tonight.
Free kick here for Richhill. Just on the edge of the box. Chance here for a few Richhill players to get forward. I think after the second Newry goal, Richhill do seem to have been the better team here almost. They have pinned Newry in for the last 10 or 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, definitely have. It was probably a wee bit shell shock for the first couple of minutes, but they've definitely been sort of trying to press home their advantage here. With regards to territorial advantage. That's a waste there.
High, wide and handsome, as they would say.
Or not very handsome, as they would say. Yeah, I think, you can see, I've noticed just over since the second goal, especially the last 5 minutes, Darren Mullen's been deep in conversation with his backroom staff and Rayburn and Mickey Keenan. He'll want to be, they'll be maybe slightly concerned. It might sound strange considering they're 2-0 up, but maybe a bit concerned about how they played in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Just need to get a foot in the ball and just start knocking it about like they have been doing, like they're known for doing this. Like,
it's a superb winner again in the middle by Patton. I think his dominance in the air is big impact for Newry.
Yeah, I mean Newry are a good footballing side, like to keep the ball on the deck, but they definitely utilise, especially in the second half of the season, definitely utilised Mark Patton's aerial ability. There's very few balls he doesn't win in the air.
It's another great tackle there by Joel Allen at the back. Newry win the free kick. Patton now spreads it wide. We've got McVicker looking for Lundy again, unable to find him this time. Chance for Richhill to get forward again here, but that's some great defensive work there. McElroy.
Experienced defender Paul McElroy. He's been exceptional this season. And I think we've got three very good centre backs, and the two that are playing tonight, and Paul McElroy and Joel Annett, plus you've got Conor McCall on the bench. It would, without a doubt, walk into any team in this league, and probably a league or even 2 leagues above. So they've got great options there.
Yeah, I think the strength and depth that we have at the moment as well. We've still got the likes of David Anderson and Paddy Mooney as well there to come back. So.
Yeah, David Anderson suspended tonight, and the substitutes tonight, just was given a mention. The aforementioned Conor McCall, Mark Lowry, Graham Edgar, Paddy Mooney, who you mentioned there, Mo, Stephen Martin, and I think Joe Campbell's there as well. So there's plenty of attacking options if necessary. Although you really shouldn't need them tonight.
Just as you mentioned there, Stephen, obviously captain of the reserves team, who they had a great cup win there a couple of weeks back. First trophy under the new name. Obviously delighted for the guys, and they were fantastic on the night to come back against Banbridge Rangers reserves.
Yeah, I think from talking to Stephen, he was an extremely proud man to have lifted the first trophy for the club. Their new guys. Obviously he got as I'm sure people saw in the local media, he got a well wish from Arsenal defender Per Mertesacker. So I think that's something that he was quite chuffed with.
I think so. With being an Arsenal fan, he was absolutely over the moon with it.
Just looking here, I think I can't remember the last time Newry were actually up. I think it's maybe the second corner they've got. And it's 3-0.
There we go, 3-0. And has it got? It's gone straight in from the corner.
I think it went straight in from Jimmy Walker's corner on the left-hand side. The keeper and defender seemed to go up, and the keeper tried to punch it, and he just ended up going straight in. I'm sure Jimmy will be claiming that himself. I'm sure if Neil Barr was anywhere within 30 yards of it, he'll probably be trying to claim it as well.
I think Neil was trying to claim the 3 goals against Banbridge AFC.
Best of luck to him.
So there we are, just not even 25 minutes in, and it's Newry 3, Richhill 0.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of, for at least I think probably 5 minutes of that, sort of 22, 23 minutes was with Peter Murphy's injury, so rather than that much playing time, Newry probably haven't even got out of second gear and they're 3-0 up, so I'm sure the boys and a decent crowd of supporters right here at the Showgrounds tonight will be very happy with that. It couldn't have gone better so far. I think the fear now for Richhill would be that if Newry actually start playing, you know.
Yeah, I think we could be seeing double figures maybe if Newry were in top game tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's not meaning to be disrespectful to the opposition, but I think Darren Mullen and the players, have that sort of attitude that there's no point in taking the foot off the gas. You need to go out and finish teams off and really send a statement out. And in the final run into the season, and it would certainly be a big statement to put out the teams playing tomorrow. If you can get a big win here, say 3-0 up. We're just about midway through the first half. Paul McElroy's getting a bit of treatment there, so he's having to come off to come back on again, but he looks to be running as quick as he's ever run, which is not particularly fast, may I add.
I think it will be interesting as well now that we're 3-0 up so early on. Will Darren make some changes to maybe keep some players fresh for some of the games we have in the running?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, the 2 players that have been down getting treatment, they're Peter Murphy and Paul McElroy. I mean, obviously, there's no sub-keeper, so I would say Peter's guaranteed for 90 minutes unless something seriously bad happens. Touch wood, it doesn't. Paul McElroy, as mentioned earlier on, he's got Conor McCall on the bench there. If Paul's got a wee knock at half-time and it's still 3-0 or even further, I think Darren might have a look at that.
I think that maybe Richhill's first attempt and goal.
Yeah, aside from the 3 or 4 corners had in a row, I think it's the first shot. Straight at Peter Murphy. It's bread and butter for him.
Newry obviously looking here to pile on the pressure again. I'm sure they will be looking to get a few more goals before the end of the first half. Put this game to bed before half-time even comes around.
Yeah, I think so. As I said, as I touched on a couple of minutes ago, I don't think they've really started playing yet. As well as sort of everybody here knows they can. So there's plenty of opportunity here to go get more goals.
It's a Walker free kick aimed towards Patton. Unfortunately, can't get the head onto it this time. Shirley picks it up now from the clearance. It's great work there by Curly and Patton to keep that in. Curly switches it over to McVicker. And we've got Lundy now down the left-hand side. McVicker with a chance to cross. That's in. And Patton's very unlucky there to get a second goal of the game in Newry's 4th.
Yeah, it was actually very unlucky. He tried to steer his header. They always said steer your header back the way it's come. It was a fantastic move. I think there was about 8 or 9 passes there. Full cross coming from Gary McVicker. Very well worked from on the right by Niall Crilly and spread over to the left, Gary McVicker. So Mark Patton was very unlucky not to get a second of the night. But as I was talking earlier about how Newry like to get the ball on the ground and play a bit of football, and that was a prime example of it. It was just very unlucky from Mark Patton. Weren't able to finish it off to make it 4-0, but it just shows what they're capable of.
I think you have to mention the cross as well by Gary McVicker. I think it was straight on to Patton's head. He couldn't have asked for a better ball in, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he just Mark got in between the two centre backs, and she said the ball was absolutely pinpoint. And Mark probably, he probably be disappointed in himself. He didn't hit the target there.
It's a great interception there by Lundy, and wins the free kick as well. Have a Richhill player down here at the moment. He's looking for treatment.
I think that's number 6, Neil Lester. He looks in a wee bit of pain here. I see Paul McElroy of Newry coming over to talk to Ryan Lynch, the physio. It's just he's actually just getting an insole in his right boot. Maybe shorter in that leg. Yeah, there's been a few stoppages here. This is the third time a physio's been on the field, a wee bit stop-start. You imagine what it had been like if Newry had been able to gather even more momentum. It could have been 4 or 5 at least by now.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing a bit of added time here at the end of the first half. You said 3 stoppages at the moment, maybe totaling 5 or 6 minutes. A free kick straight into the Richhill keeper's hands. Now Richhill try and play it from the back down the left hand side. It's sloppy at the back there from McElroy. A chance here for Richhill to come forward. I think Newry's closing down here has been absolutely fantastic. Every time Richhill get on the ball, they're within seconds of 2 or 3 men on top of them.
Yeah, that was excellent from Neil Barry. He came charging back and won the ball. Unfortunately, when it fell to Jimmy Walker, he just dwelt on it a little bit too long. But that's what you want when you're 3-0 up, in a game that you're comfortable in. But they're still putting the shift in. And that's what Darren will have asked for.
That's a great turn by Bart.
An excellent tackle there to stop him progressing any further.
Richhill have a free kick just inside the Newry half here. That'll be a Newry throw. Curley with a throw down right hand side. Patton claimed to be held back there, but Richhill had the ball in the left back position now. It's very sloppy there from the Richhill left back. Chance for Newry to progress further into Richhill's half here. Patton wins the header this time, but unfortunately can't find Neil Barr. Referee gives a free kick for a high foot. Chance for Richhill to get a few players forward here. That's well cut out.
If you notice, even as soon as Newry did give away that free kick, they were funneling back there. I think there was only 3 men left up top, only 3 men in the Richhill half.
That's a fantastic ball through and a chance for Patton here. And he scores it. Really should have done better there, I think.
I think that's probably one of Mark's faults. He's nearly too unselfish. Sometimes when he should just have a go himself. There wasn't really a pass on there. He should have just put his boot through it. He nearly doesn't want to take a shot on. Sometimes he'd rather set up somebody else. But it was a great move and a great ball to play him through.
Newry have the corner with Walker. That's cleared this time by Richhill defence. Oh, and deflection. Oh, Neil Barr took that first time. Fortunately, scuffed that to the left-hand side of the post.
I think he saw that £50 note in his eyes there and went for it, but it was worth a goal. I think some of the goals Neil scored this season, he scored all types of goals. He scored penalties, he scored tap-ins, he scored scruffy ones, but he scored his fair share of crackers from outside the box as well. He's certainly capable of it.
It's great skill there by Walker. Fortunately, the ball has gone out of play.
I have to say, I think a few of these free kicks, sort of 50-50 shoulder-to-shoulder tackles, Newry are probably getting penalised a wee bit harshly for. They just seem to want it more, the Richhill players. Of course, I will be slightly biased, but I still think that the team will Newry just look a wee bit more hungry for it. They shouldn't really be penalised for it in my eyes.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, to be fair. I think the Newry players look a wee bit stronger as well. That's a great clearance, unlucky there from Chris McMahon.
I think one thing that Darren and the management team have put a real focus on, a real emphasis on this season is the physical fitness. You see in a lot of games, you just look a lot more physically fit, particularly in the last 20 minutes, 25 minutes of games where the games have maybe been tight and you're just run away with it. It's proved actually to be the all way around today.
And Patton wins the free kick this time, taken down from behind.
A superb forward play. I mean, that would be a forward play is a target man's textbook there. The ball's played in, back to goal, knew where the runners were, led the ball off and drew in the tackle. So he knew you were either going to play a through ball for a goal or it was going to be a free kick. Very, very clever, very well done by it, Mark Patton.
And no doubt again, Patton will be the target man from this free kick. Will be Jimmy Walker to take this free kick. It's about 40 yards out. This time he goes short. Falls to Patton at the edge of the box. It's great work, plays it back to McVicker. Ball is switched to Crilly on the right hand side. Again, that almost made its way through. It's a few times now the ball is sort of pinball through the Richhill defence. And McVicker with a chance to cross here again. It's another good ball into the box and the keeper drops it. Again, I think that sort of sums up what you were saying a few moments ago. It's a very harsh free kick to give.
I think the referee's booking Neil Barr here, obviously, for something he said. To be honest with you, I mean, I was actually slightly different to what I was saying because there was no Sean Hand was the player jumping up there. Now Sean Hand is no more than 5'6", 5'7", but he actually wasn't. He was within a couple of feet, or about 5 or 6 feet of the keeper, so he never actually touched him. It was his own player that caused the Richhill keeper to drop that. So, but you know what they say? It's the cliche, but goalkeepers get a lot of protection these days. That was sort of taking the mickey a little bit. Just come back to that free kick that we had that was 40 yards out. You could see what they're trying to do. Ball's played short on Chris McMahon. Sean Hand was on the edge of the wall. You could hear Chris McMahon shouting for Sean Hand, but he looked to be taken out. So he's coming out of the wall. So he obviously had something that worked on the training ground. Not Sean Hand being taken out of the wall. So,
no luck again there by Walker trying to slip the ball through. And very comfortable again for Newry at the back. So Anna plays out to McVicker. It's a bit fortunate there to keep control of the ball.
they're just going up about 10 minutes to go here to half time, but as you mentioned earlier, Mo, there's it should be 5 or 6 minutes maybe of stoppage time given the injuries. The pace is starting to quicken up with a little touch, which actually won't do Newry any harm. I think it'll be more helpful to Newry than it will be to Richhill.
Yeah, I think in the last 5 minutes or so, Newry sort of have gone up another gear maybe, but there's definitely another 2 or 3 gears that they could go up if needed be, but 3-0 up at the moment. So it's actually...
That's another cynical foul there on Sean Hand. He's laid that ball off. He's just been too quick for the Richhill fullback, and he's just been taken out. And the referee didn't call advantage or anything. Really, it was just a blatant foul from where I was sitting. You see Sean Hand's frustration there, kicking the ball away. I mean, I think that's twice in the last 5 minutes where he's been unceremoniously knocked to the ground, and the referee hasn't given anything. You can understand his frustration.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely. I think they're Sean Hand's actually lucky to get away with not being booked after that. You could actually hear the referee saying to him, "If you don't accept the decision, just walk away." But
I suppose it's easier said than done.
Absolutely. Another easy ball for Joel Allen to scoop up. Joel Allen very comfortable on the ball for a centre back.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace as well. It's a great asset for centre back. His distribution is generally good. Same with Conor McCall and Paul McElroy as well. I mean, you've got 3 footballing centre backs there. I'm sure Paul McElroy will be delighted of being called a footballing centre back. Could be the first time in his distinguished career.
It's a chance here for McMahon to move forward. It's great strength to hold off the Richhill midfielder. Sprays the ball wide here, and it's Crilly on the right hand side with a bit of space. That's a great ball inside and turned by Neil Barr. And still there. Oh, and Neil sort of fell there as he went to hit that. Ended up scuffing that just into the keeper's hands.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Walker sort of calling for the ball on the edge of the box, but Neil's a striker. He wants to score any time he gets anywhere near that 18-yard box. He was quite unlucky. He turned reasonably well, but just couldn't regain his footing once he went down.
Again, chance here for Patton to move forward. He's found some space in behind the defence. Oh, that'll be a corner. That's excellent work there from Patton. Has put in another excellent shift so far.
Yeah, it was a nice bit of skill to nutmeg the defender. I hope he called nuts as he was doing it, or else in football in terms it doesn't count. But yeah, no, he did very well. I mean, he ran down the channel as well, which he's been doing well all season. He's not just a target man.
And it's ball in from Walker, and it's off the post.
Was that man Patton?
I think Mark Patton's hit the post more times than Liverpool this season.
Except Liverpool have got lucky on many other occasions.
Oh, and it's Walker with a bit of space on the edge of the area. Strikes. That's a easy header back from the Richhill defender in the end.
Unlucky from Jimmy Walker. Just another wee drop with the shoulder, which he's been doing all season. Defender got in his way well, in fairness to him.
I think Newry definitely have turned up the pressure here in the last 5 minutes. Seems to be wave after wave of attacks here.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this is probably what you expected of those 2 very early goals. A little bit of a lull for 10 minutes, but without a doubt the much better team here at this moment in time.
The ball launched into the Newry area, and again that's easily dealt with. Be a Richhill throw to the final third, Newry's half.
Good defend there from Shane Lundy. He got up for the first header and then just poked it out for a corner. You can tell he can operate at left back as well as left wing.
Richhill with a quick corner there, side netting.
Yeah.
So, I think a few of their defenders were a bit unhappy there as they'd gone halfway up and quick corner didn't result in anything.
Yeah, I think the winger just sort of spotted possibly a gap at the near post, but Peter Murphy wasn't long in getting it covered.
It's a great header by Sean Hand. Finds Patton. That's another great header. Chance for Neil Barr in behind now. Neil Barr scores. Oh! And that's a sensational miss by Patton.
Yeah, no, he's missed a couple already and he's probably been unfortunate, but he's got to be disappointed with that. I mean, he's no more than 3 yards out. Neil Barr put a perfect ball in between the back four and the goalkeeper, and all he has to do is side foot it in. Maybe at too much time coming across, but he'll get more chances. I really now hope he goes on and gets the second goal. Hopefully his head doesn't drop after that.
I think obviously it might have been a different story had the game still been at 0-0, but I think being 3-0 up is going to be a bit more appreciative of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was excellent work too. I mean, Mark Patton played his part in the build-up there. It was actually Sean Hand who won the first header. It was very, very well won. Mark Patton headed it on and then made his way into the box. Excellent ball from Neil Barr. Just one of those things. I think it probably happens to every player over the course of the season. At least he was in that position.
It's McMahon with the header clear this time. Sean Hand finds Patton in the middle of the field. Spreads it wide and Lundy coming forward now. That's excellent work to find Patton again. Just on the left hand side of the box. And Walker finds Crilly again on the right hand side. Well, it's great work from Sean Hand. Again, just the finish let him down, but fantastic work by Sean Hand to even get into that opportunity in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of low centre of gravity. Whenever he touched that ball inside the two defenders there, you sort of had to let him go, or else we're going to concede a free kick. But I think he'd be disappointed with himself that he had a wee bit more time than he thought. Probably could have put it on to a stronger right foot rather than hitting it with the left. But you know, they're starting to cut Richhill open at will here. It's really about sort of putting 1 or 2, maybe even 3 or 4 more of these chances away.
I think now we'll actually be into injury time in the first half here. We should have a good few minutes of injury time.
Yeah, those 3 injuries, Peter Murphy and Paul McElroy, the 2 Newry players involved in separate occasions. Like, you're talking a good 5 minutes here. I think we'll probably see the floodlights coming on for the second half as well. Sun's just gone behind the mountains there.
On Sean Hand has found, and again Patton has been taken down. That's a horrible tackle.
It's an awful challenge. I mean, I don't maybe think there was any huge maliciousness in it, but he wasn't going to win the ball. Patton had beaten him to it. I think that's just one down the back of the Achilles, which, you know, happens quite regularly in a match, but it's a painful one. He definitely goes through the wars, Mark Patton, and for the cause. It's one thing he couldn't deny.
The referee has shown him a yellow card there. Tackle was definitely worthy of a yellow card at least.
Let's see one of Newry's most longest serving fans, Jerry Mulholland there, just coming up into the director's box. It's good to see Jerry here, being a lifelong fan of the club, great supporter of the club. So it was good to make sure the old guard that have been through the thick and thin long before us young pups, you know, still here supporting the club. Sort of shows the spirit that's still here within the showgrounds.
Absolutely. I mean, just looking around today, you can see the difference in age between the youngest and oldest. It's absolutely fantastic to see. Sean Hand drags that free kick wide again.
See, Mark Patton he's just come back on the pitch there. That foul doesn't seem to have taken its toll on him. we're just about the 3rd minute of stoppage time, so I'm not too sure how many minutes the referee's going to allow here.
It's just approaching half-time, folks, just in case you've just joined us. It is Newry 3, Richhill 0. Goals coming from Patton, Walker and Shane Lundy.
It's been that long since those first 2 goals were scored, it's hard to remember the scores.
Yeah, I mean, we were 2-0 up after about 3 minutes.
It was a bit of a lull after that. Richhill probably came into the game a little bit, and then Jimmy Walker scored what looked to be directly from a corner kick out in the left. There's been at least 3 or 4 chances. Mark Patton's had an excellent header at the end of a very well worked move just wide. He's hit the post with another header. He's missed a sitter. Plug could easily have had a hat-trick here. But a few other chances. James Walker's had a shot block. Sean Hands dragged a shot wide. It's pretty much been all Newry, as you would expect.
Great piece of improvisation there by Hand, using his chest to take that down. I think here it's great to see as well. We do have a half-time match here. It will be Windmill Stars Youth against Newry City Youth at half-time, so it's great to see 2 young teams down, showing what they can do for the future as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody around the town knows Windmill Stars have a fantastic youth setup. I can see they're led there by former Newry superstar John Joe Maguire, the man who played a great part in keeping Newry up. I think it was the 2002-2003 season. John Joe's still playing for the Windmill senior team and doing a fine job. So Windmill, as I said, have a great youth setup. So it'll be interesting to see if there's anybody of note that.
That's it, folks. Half-time, and it's Newry City 3, Richhill 0. Join us in the second half for hopefully more goals. Welcome back for the second half here, folks. Newry kicking off, playing from right to left. This is the end of the first half there, as I said. It's Newry 3, Richhill 0. Just for anyone who's joined us, myself, Mo Ruddy here. Alongside me tonight is Gareth McCullough.
Cheers, Mo. I think Newry, if they can get the same start in the second half as they got to the first half, they'll be pretty happy.
It's a great ball. Shane Lundy managed to keep that in. Shane Lundy down the left-hand side now. That's a great ball.
It's good to see local photographer extraordinaire Brenton Monaghan getting his long lens to take a photograph of us here up at the back of the stand.
It's great work from Newry. Fantastic start to the second half. A lot of energy out there at the moment as well. As you were saying in the first half, their fitness really does show in the latter stages of the second half. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was an excellent play there with Jimmy Walker. He'll take the corner again here from the left.
Oh, and there it is.
There you go. It's Mark Patton. He's got that second goal. Again, just a minute into the second half. I think it was it his header? I'm not too sure it was his header or Paul McElroy's initial header that was cleared off the line. But
I think the initial header was Paul McElroy, yeah.
Patton was very alert there, just a side foot home from about 10 yards. Well deserved. He must have a few chances in the first half, but he's certainly getting in the right positions and popped up once again. That's a goal each in the first minute of both halves. 4-0 Newry.
That's I think the first goal was inside the first 11 seconds. Fantastic start, and as you said, we've scored again in the first minute of the second half. From here, it should just mean more goals for Newry. And as you can see, we've Neil Barr in here straight away from the kickoff. Oh, and he's very unlucky there, outside of the boot. Just went wide, unlucky.
Yeah, it was all his own work there. He charged the ball down on the left-hand side and cut in. There was a big gap around the right-hand side of the goal. He went for it with a poke shot and was talking to him just as he was coming out for the start of the second half, and he's busting to get up to that 30-goal mark. Still 5 more to go.
So, like I said, at the start of the first half as well, each time we've had Destination Newry down this season so far, it has ended up in a 5-0 win for Newry. So, We're not too far off that already. Perhaps maybe we can go one step further today and hit 6 or 7 maybe. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think the one thing that the viewers in Destination Newry can't complain about is the lack of goals. There's certainly been plenty of them, and another 4 here tonight already, and we haven't even reached the 50th minute yet. So if Newry can keep this sort of level going for the remainder of the last sort of 40 minutes of the half, then there's no doubt they'll score more.
Yeah, so the last time we were here live on Destination Newry as well, I was speaking to Club German, and basically said the amount of goals that we have been scoring, it's fantastic value for money as well, so definitely getting your money's worth.
I mean, Newry must create, I would say, 15 to 20 chances per game. That'll probably be the one thing in a strange way I'll be disappointed with, that they probably haven't even scored more.
Oh, fantastic work there by Joel Allen again. Excellent skill. Knocked the ball over the attacker's head. Side cam, played the ball out from the back. It's Newry attack here again. And Patton unlucky there. Now he's on Patton on a hat-trick here, so you wouldn't count against him to get the hat-trick.
Yeah, I think it'd be great to see from his own point of view. I mean, I don't think he scored a hat-trick this season. Neil Bauer's been the man scoring the hat-tricks. So I think for Mark to get a hat-trick would mean an awful lot to him, and probably would be very well deserved as well.
Yeah, the 2 chances he had in the first half to add to his goal tally today, I'm sure he will be kicking himself if he doesn't end up with a hat-trick at the end of the night. Yeah,
sitting on 2 goals sort of this early in the second half. There'll certainly be more chances to come. I think he doesn't want to make the same mistakes with the easy chances that he had in the first half. Doesn't want to make those in the second half.
That's an easy catch there from Murphy again. Spreads the ball wide now, and we have Lundy attacking from the left back position. McVicker plays the ball forward. Barr collects it around the middle of the pitch. It's a great turn from Barr, and that's fantastic. Oh, and Patton was just very unlucky. I'm not too sure whether he actually thought he was offside there.
I think the Richhill defenders were all on the line there and they were claiming offside, but he definitely wasn't that time. And he timed his run to perfection. Just the ball was just a wee bit too heavy from Neil Barr.
We have Crilly on the ball here on the right hand side. Wins the free kick. A chance for Newry to get some bodies forward here again.
I think that was just a sort of a slight moment there when Niall Crilly was coming up with the ball that sort of epitomised the way Newry played this season. The fullbacks were very much attacking. They really get up and support the attack. That was just a small bit of it there. But they've been a big asset to Newry this season. Well, it's been David Anderson, Gary McVicker, Niall Crilly, the 2 that are playing tonight. Shane Lundy's been played there as well. Sean Hans played there. But it's definitely a case of attack from all areas of the pitch.
Yeah, I think there's not too many players who haven't scored this season. We've got Lundy now on the left-hand side, and that's a great interception there by the Richhill right back.
Yeah, Neil Barr started this second half very well. A couple more neat touches there, just midway inside the Richhill half, and an excellent ball through to Shane Lundy. As you said, very good defending there to cut it out. Yeah,
I think start of the second half, Barr seems to have dropped a wee bit deeper there. He's done really well on a few occasions he's had so far. There's Patton again with a header. No luck that time, just wide.
Let's come back to what you're saying about Neil Barr. I think that little pep talk I had with him before he came out to the start of the second half has obviously worked. As long as he doesn't get too greedy and shoot on side. But no, he's playing very well. Newry started this, ironically, considering they scored 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the first half. They probably started the second half much better than they did the first. A lot more commanding.
Not too sure what happened there, whether Peter Murphy dropped the ball. Luckily enough for him, Newry have come away with it. That's great from Walker. He gets it back again. And I think that was rightly called offside there. He's just about a yard or two off.
Yeah, I think when Walker wanted to play the ball initially, Neil Barr was well offside. He just almost got back in time, almost got back level, just fortunately not quick enough.
That's a great interception there. Oh, that's a fantastic ball. And Patton's in here for the hat-trick. And he gets it! There you go.
There's that hat-trick we were talking about, fully deserved. You can see the delight with Mark Patton there, fully deserved. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic through ball from, I think it was Chris McMahon, the captain. He had a lot of time to think about that, Mark Patton, but it was a super composed finish in the bottom right-hand corner past the keeper. 5-0, and we're only 7 minutes into the second half. If Newry keep up at this level, the way they've started the second half, this could easily be double figures.
Yeah, I think Plug will be absolutely delighted with himself there. As you said, it could be double figures. They'll really look to push on here and get that goal difference up.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be delighted with getting his hat-trick, and I think everybody in the ground is delighted for him, every Newry fan, certainly anyway. It's been well deserved. He'll probably be looking for more goals here, or wonder will Darren take him off so he gets a standing ovation from the home support. Yeah,
he certainly would at that as well. I think the Newry fans, as you said, really appreciate him. The last month or two, as he said, he's voted for Player of the Month for March. Oh, and we're in again. And it's Neil Barr on the edge of the area. Oh, very unlucky there. That could have easily been 6.
The referee's actually given a corner there. I'm not too sure whether it was a deflection from the defender closing Neil down, or whether the keeper got a touch on that. But Neil's very unlucky not to score there.
I think start of the second half there, the Newry fans are in good voice in the Canal Court end there.
Yeah, so the lads went in for a few light refreshments there at half time. So I'm very unlucky from Al Crowley there, over the bar. So the voices should be well oiled by this point.
Yeah, I think Kevin Ruddy's certainly leading the troops there at the moment,
as he tends to do every week.
I think personally knowing Kevin as a relation, I think his favourite players definitely Paddy Mooney. Two of them get on really well, so I think he'll be looking forward to him coming on the second half at some stage.
Am I sensing a slight hint of sarcasm there, Mars?
Just slightly.
There's 2 players down here. I think the Newry player is trying to work it out here. I think it's Niall Crowley actually that's down. Seemed to be a clash with the Richhill players, number 11 midway inside the Newry half. Mark used to see Mark Larry getting warmed up here for Newry, so Mark's got blistering pace. Darren Mullen tends to utilise him in the second half when teams are getting tired. And there's very few players in this league, if any, that can catch him when he's in full flight.
I think he played a vital role as well in the reserves cup win a few weeks back, where his blistering pace was just simply too much for Bamberge to contain him, basically.
Yeah, I mean, going into extra time there, just as Mark comes on there for Shane Lundy. Shane Lundy, the second goal scorer. Yeah, I mean, going into especially extra time in that reserves match, the Wilmore Johnson Cup final, as you were talking about, to have somebody of that pace to be able to bring on. Late in the match, tired legs, and especially even more tired legs when you're in extra time. I mean, it makes a massive difference. You can't coach pace, as they say, so Mark's got it, and when he uses it, there's very few can catch him. Now Crowley seems to be all right after getting a bit of treatment, just coming off to the side with a physio Ryan Lynch. Conor McCall's getting warmed up there on the sideline just in case.
It's a fantastic bit of skill there by Neil Barr. Unlucky that just didn't come off in the end.
Mark Lowry's first touch here. See him go. There he goes. Just unlucky. Oh.
That's another back passer that the keeper couldn't get to, so it'll be a corner for Newry.
Again, as I mentioned there, that was Mark Lowry's pace that caused that. I mean, there was 2 or 3 players around him trying to catch him. He sort of got crowded out a little bit, but it wasn't a good back pass now from the Richhill defender. We've got Jimmy Walker on the left-hand side with another corner. It'd be a surprise if he scores 2 direct from the corners. He tried it.
He went for that, but I think the keeper got that easily. But the keeper's giving that straight back to Newry there. We've got hand now. It's cleared away this time with the Richhill defence. I think Richhill find it very difficult to keep hold of possession here at the moment.
Yeah, you know what they say. I mean, the longer they're chasing the ball and chasing the game, and the longer Newry are in possession, the tighter Richhill are going to get. And it's just going to create more openings for Newry. I would say Neil Barr would be a disappointed man if he doesn't end up with at least 1 goal before the end of the 90 minutes. It's an excellent bit of defending there by Joel Annett. Used his pace there to cover across. Got his foot in there and won the free kick out of it. Very, very secure at the back, look, as they have all season.
Great chance now for McVicker. Plays inside. That's I think Neil Barr seen his name in lights there.
I think he saw my £50 there, and then getting another goal closer to it. That's the type of Neil Barr, as I said in the first half. He's not afraid to take a shot on, sometimes rightly, sometimes wrongly, sometimes they come off, sometimes they don't. That was one of the latter there.
It's great work again from Patton there to close down the defender from the short kick out. As I said earlier on, the pressing so far has been absolutely fantastic by the strikers.
Probably one of the first times Richhill have been around the Newry area. The second half, where it's just gone up to the hour mark here, a corner on the left.
That's cleared, and Newry have a chance to counter-attack here. And it's Walker, 2 players breaking, and that's a great ball. And Sean hands through, it's just too much on it. Very unlucky. It was a great counter-attack play by Newry there. Sean Hand very unlucky not to get on the end of it.
Yeah, you can see how quickly Newry break. I mean, they were from one end of the pitch to the other there in a matter of a couple of seconds.
It's great work again by Patton to find Sean Hand. Superb header again by McElroy. I think this season, I'm not too sure if he's lost a header this season, but
no, I mean, it's definitely one of the huge strengths of this game there. I think the young lad playing centre forward there, I think he could probably hear Paul coming, and he wasn't going to get in his way.
It's a great layoff there from Lowry. And a chance here, and he's played in, and it's Mark Lowry tagging from the left-hand side. He scores it. Oh, it's really another chance there where he could have gone for goal himself.
Yeah, I think Mark there, he was again, it was like much like Mark Patton at one instance in the first half there. He should have really taken a shot on himself. All he had to do was open his body up. Sort of Thierry Henry was famous for scoring that sort of goal. Not trying to compare Mark with Thierry Henry, by the way, but he's got the pace anyway. But yeah, he probably should have had a shot there. And very unselfish trying to play Mark Patton in, but sometimes you've got to be a wee bit ruthless.
I have Chris McMahon now slotted in at the left back for the time being. Newry playing the ball along the back here. Plenty of space and time. Currently 5-0 up, so seem to have stepped off the gasway, but that's a great ball over the top. And it's a chance for Mark Lowry here. Keeper's off his line. And it's gone unbelievably unluckily over the bar. That's very, very unlucky.
I don't you can see the look on Mark's face there. I mean, I think everybody in the ground thought that was in. The direction was absolutely perfect. It looked like the weight was perfect, but a yard further on or a yard shorter, and that ball was in the back end. That's just very unlucky, but clever improvisation from Mark Lowry.
I think he definitely will get more chances as the second half goes on. We mentioned his pace, and he absolutely outpaced the defenders there. Definitely be more chances for him.
Richhill just starting, get their foot in the ball here on the right hand side.
And there's another chance here, and it's Neil Barr. A lot of space and time here. And there it is, top corner, Neil Barr.
Yeah, I think there was only one thing was going to happen there. He was certainly going to shoot. An excellent finish. Took his time, 6-0. I mean, actually losing count of the score. It is 6-0, Mo,
It is 6-0, yeah, I can confirm it is 6-0.
He had a chance there, probably could have squared it to Mark Patton. I would like to think that if Mark was only in 2 goals, he would have squared it to him and given him his hat-trick, but Mark's already got his hat-trick. Neil Barr, fantastic finish with arguably his weaker foot, his left foot in the top left-hand corner. 6-0, and I think...
Still 25 minutes to play.
Yeah, so...
I think
Sean Hans is coming off here, and Paddy Mooney's coming on.
Paddy Mooney's coming on, yeah. So 6-0 here. I think that's the most goals we've seen in one game here in Destination Newry. Still 20-25 minutes left of the second half, so plenty more time for more goals to come. Don't switch off yet, folks.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be at least one more goal, and I'm being pretty conservative in the estimation there. I think if they want it, they could hit 10 here. It really depends how much they want it. I've been saying it all match, and I think the prediction is getting ever closer to coming to fruition.
That's great work there from Mark Lowry, and he was into the box. His chance here. It's very unlucky there. The ball just got stuck under his feet.
Yeah, again, that's his pace. It's Mark Lowry's pace. I mean, when he's going at full flight, there are very few players, never mind, can get close to him, but very few players that want to touch him in case he goes down, especially there inside the box. Richhill just making a sub here. I'll get you the names of the substitutes here now in a little second. I think it's the number 11 that Paul McElroy beat so comfortably in the air there a minute ago. Richard Morrow, he's gone off, being replaced by number 12, Marty Dixon. Just seeing on Facebook there, Johnny Lennon deserves a mention. One of the Newry City supporters. Also, unfortunately, he's an Everton fan, but we'll not hold that against him. Just put up on his Facebook, he says 5-0, hashtag we want 10. So maybe he's been listening in.
Unlucky there. Great interception by the Richhill centre back.
Yeah, it was very unlucky. It was a very clever ball there by Neil Barr. Mark Patton was waiting on it. Unfortunately, it was just probably a yard too short. Defended it well, in fairness, to cut it out.
And Patton again with the header one there. It's a chance for McElroy to get it back in. Great skill by the centre back. McElroy with a cross. This time the keeper holds on to it.
Wasn't bad for an experience, shall we say, to be kind to him. Centre back out in the left wing, an excellent turn there by Paul McElroy, and a very teasing cross, which the keeper just able to grab it at the second attempt. I think it was the first for this season just happened there. Paul McElroy didn't win the header there. I think he was just very tired from having sprinted 70 yards back down the pitch after that neat bit of footwork up the left.
Yeah, I don't think we'll hold that one against him, to be fair. Be interesting as well to see how Paddy Mooney gets on. I think he has scored 4 goals in his short time he's been with us here from January. Has just come back from injury, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get on the score sheet again.
Yeah, I mean, Paddy probably was utilised more as a central midfielder when he was with Warrenpoint Town, and even when he was with Newry before, he was either central midfielder or even the centre back. Darren Mullins used him pretty much. I was very lucky there. Peter Murphy just misjudged that a wee bit. Danger cleared. He said Paddy's been used in either wing, and it's worked for him as he scored goals.
Oh, it's a great piece of work there. And McMahon breaks through. And it's Patton. Oh, he's taking a bit of extra time there to try and find a pass. The Newry players are queuing up for it at the moment. It's played wide to Laurie. It's back inside, and it's McVicker's broken through. Oh, and it's side net, and that was an opportunity for another goal there.
Yeah, Gary McVicker, he had a very, very good game tonight. He attacked well up the left-hand side. Probably a bit annoyed himself that he hit the side net in there, but did very, very well to create the chance up the left with linking up well with Mark Lowry. I'm not too sure if Gary scored a goal this season for the first time. I don't think he has.
No.
So he was unlucky there.
Still around 17 minutes to go here, folks. 6-0 to Newry at the moment. Newry very comfortable. 2-0 up after 3 minutes in the first half. Another goal then in the first minute of the second half. Set them on their way. Currently 6-0 up.
Yeah, 2 of those goals in the second half coming from Mark Patton. They able to get his first hat-trick for the club. He'll be delighted with that. Then Neil Barr got his name on the score sheet, so he's on 26 goals for the season now.
This win will also take Newry within 6 points of winning the league. Obviously, Byrne and how the result goes with the Banbridge AFC match, which was postponed Saturday past. It's another ball through. Patton's hot on his heels, but defender does well there.
Yeah, in fairness, it's the Richhill captain. It's probably, even though they conceded 6 goals and he's playing centre back, probably one of their better players this season. But you know, I suppose one man can't keep a wave after wave of Newry attack out all night long.
There's a chance here for Richhill, and they've scored.
Well, that's a superb goal. That's arguably the goal of the night. And I think Darren Mullen and his players will be deeply annoyed with that. I'll just get you the name of the goal scorer here. Fantastic finish. Just volleyed it in from the edge of the box and caught Peter Murphy just off his line there. That was number 13, I think, Brent Murray. Fantastic finish. Paul McElroy had actually missed the ball in. If he had got his foot to it and cleared it, it wouldn't have happened. But fantastic finish, 6-1 now.
I think the Showgrounds there was sort of stunned silence as soon as that ball hit the back of the net. Very much so against the run of play of that goal, but we'll definitely not take it away from them. It's an absolutely superb finish.
Yeah, just over a quarter of an hour here remaining. And I'm sure the Newry back four and Peter Murphy will be extremely annoyed with having conceded the goal, because, to be quite frank, they haven't conceded. You never looked like conceded a goal all night. It was going to take something special, and it was a fantastic finish.
Okay, the Newry players here will have to pick themselves up here and make sure that they don't concede any more for the remainder of the game. They'll certainly be looking to score a few more, but at the back as well, they'll need to keep themselves composed.
Played advantage here. Mark Larry's way up the left.
Oh, Patton gives the ball away there. Luckily enough, nothing comes of it. Oh no, it's great work by the keeper there to make sure Walker doesn't get to the ball.
Mark Larry did well to leave that, as he was well offside. And, Jimmy Walker's making a diagonal run to the middle there. I don't think he actually saw the keeper coming out. I think he thought he had time there to pick it up. The keeper did very well. He had to make a decision early to come out, and he won the race with the ball there. It's just 15 minutes to go now by my clock. I mean, this match, providing the referee doesn't blow it up early, which has been known to happen on a couple of occasions this season. I presume you have to agree that with both managers before the start of the game or at half time. But Newry just gone out of it a little touch. Richhill probably gained a little bit of confidence from that goal.
Yeah, you can certainly see that. They currently have only 2 players in their own half there, so I mean, 8 attacking players forward, and definitely the confidence has grown in them the last few months since they've scored to make the scoreline 6-1.
It's a poor ball there.
Didn't have to be too much in that.
I think he just caught his ankle there, Chris McMahon. But Newry just need to compose themselves here. They're 6-1 up there, and absolutely no danger of losing the game. But they don't want to concede another goal. I don't be quite frank and not to be disrespectful to Richhill. They didn't deserve to score that. The goal that they did get, as great a finish as it was. But Newry just need to, a wee bit of squabbling going on. They just get on with it and finish the game out well. Another Newry substitution here. Graham Edgar's about into the threat. That'll be Newry's third and final substitute, I think, after Mark Larry and Paddy Mooney. I think it's the hat-trick man, Mark Patton. I think it's coming off. No, it's not. It's Chris McMahon.
Newry captain Chris McMahon coming off. I think certainly played well. He's played a few good balls in behind the defence, threatened them very much.
Yeah, he's the heartbeat of the side, Chris. I mean, really, at only 21 years old. I mean, he's certainly he's a leader within the side, hence why he's captain. I think with him and James Walker in the middle of the park, I don't think there'll be too many, if any, better in the league and even the league above them than those two. It was good for Graham Edgar to get a run out. Maybe he hasn't got as much game time of late as he would have liked. Very combative. Allowed James Walker to probably push on up the field.
I think Graham, another player who done fantastically well in the cup final a few weeks back against Banbridge Rangers reserves.
Yeah, Newry, I have to say, Newry, I don't think I'm being too harsh in saying Newry have got a wee bit shoddy here this last 5 or 10 minutes, certainly since the Richhill goal. I would just like them to settle down and knock the ball about again, instead of being a bit sort of over keen. There's no chance here. James Walker's ball here through. Mark Lowry.
Side netting again.
For the second time, Mark Lowry unselfishly tried to play in Mark Patton. Probably quite lucky the ball rebounded back to him. Again, it was in the side net. I think it's the third or fourth time that side netting's been hit this half.
Two substitutes combining there, Laurie and Edgar, and have conceded the free kick there.
Just over 10 minutes to go here at the showgrounds. Currently, Newry City AFC 6, Richhill 1. And Newry should, Newry will extend their lead at the top of the table. And as Mo said earlier on, when Newry are awarded, which there will be, the 3 points for the Saturday's postponed match against Banbridge AFC, or Banbridge AFC couldn't field, so Newry should be awarded the 3 points. That'll mean after tonight's match there'll only be 2 wins away from the title. Their first season, it was the goal Darren Mullen set out at the start of the season to go and win Intermediate B, and they're very, very close to doing that. They just have to a couple of final hurdles just to go over it.
I think as the saying usually go, every match from here on in will be a cup final. Newry will have to get themselves up for every game, and they're well capable of doing that. Yeah,
and I think even if they do win it after the next 2 games following tonight's match, they'll be thinking still be maybe another 4, possibly 5 to go, 4 maybe. That's gonna, you still want to go out and win those matches. The worst thing I think the boys could do is go out and not perform in those games. They actually all come up, I think, within the space of about 10 days or 2 weeks. So I think that'll probably help them, because they'll still be in the mindset of playing competitive football. There won't be too many long breaks. I think the boys just want to get it over and done with now. They're so close.
So just in the last 5 or 6 minutes here, who would you have as your man of the match?
I think there's been a few standout performers. Gary McVicker's done quite well, I think, at left back. I think the 2 guys in centre midfield, James Walker and Chris McMahon, have done very well, but I think it'd be very hard to look past Mark Patton. I mean, he scored a hat-trick. Yes, he missed a couple of very easy chances. Sorry, one very easy chance in the first half, but his first hat-trick for the club, well deserved, and I think he's coming on top of his Player of the Month award. He deserves the man of the match in my eyes.
Yeah, I think I would definitely agree with that. As I said, hat-trick tonight, can't really look past him, as well as the other players have played. Get 3 goals, absolutely fantastic.
I think on top of his goals, and not disregarding the chances, the other chances he's had, I think his all-round link-up play, particularly either side of half-time, was very, very good. It was excellent forward play. He showed how to play a sort of target man role, but as I say, he's got a good touch for a big man. But fully deserved, I think, man of the match. He'll be a massive smile on his face, knowing Mark. He's not one for individual awards, but I'm sure he'll take it gladly.
There's a chance here for Newry to add another goal, and the keeper spilled that.
And that's 7.
And it's Mark Lowry with the goal.
Mark will substitute Mark Lowry. It was Neil Barr's curling left foot shot from the edge of the box that seemed to be pretty much down the keeper's throat. He made a bit of a hash for it, bounced out, but that's good forward play from Mark Lowry. He was charging in, he was waiting to pick up any pieces, and he got his reward there. Had to keep his cool there, just to nod it in from about 8 yards with the keeper jumping in his face, but did very well. 7-1 to Newry. Certainly not lacking goals in Destination Newry this season when they've covered matches down at the showgrounds.
Yeah, I think this will be the fourth time Destination Newry have covered, and we've had that'll be 23 goals in 4 matches. It's just not too bad at all.
It's good to see Miles was your strong subject, Mo.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mental arithmetic there was excellent.
There's another chance. Oh,
that was Paddy Mooney looking to keep up his good goals to game ratio. Just over 5 minutes left here. I don't think my prediction of double figures or 10 is quite going to come true unless there's a late surge, but there's been an excellent performance. Just a recap on the goal scorers. The aforementioned Mark Patton hat-trick. Mark Lowry's just got the 7th there. Been other goals from Shane Lundy, James Walker and Neil Barr. So that's 5 players, 4 players, I can't even count now. Well, Mo, you're not helping me out with your mental arithmetic skills here. I'm much more convincing with words.
So stuck for words a few times today, but we'll let you off with it.
Thanks very much, Mo. Appreciate it.
Obviously, a few minutes to go here. I'd just obviously like to take this opportunity to thank Destination Newry for giving us the chance again to come down to the showgrounds. Show everyone what they're missing, basically.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually been quite a good attendance here this season. Hopefully, there's quite a few home matches to come before the end of the season. If you can get even bigger crowd down now, see a bunch of local lads picking up a trophy in the Mid-Ulster League, Mid-Ulster Intermediate B, and moving swiftly into Mid-Ulster Intermediate A, their first attempt. I think not even that. It's the football Newry play as well. They play football the right way. There's a credit to Darren Mullen, Ray Byrne, Mickey Keenan, Jarvis McCall, all the rest of the staff here at the club that the boys do try and play the game the right way, and I think that's as pleasing as anything.
Chance here for Richhill to narrow the scoreline again. He has managed to skip past the figure. He lays it off. And that has gone wide.
That was actually unlucky. Number 10 there, Richhill, he turned very well. The initial instance, probably the first time Gary McVicker was turned all match. Down the right hand side.
Richhill looking to make a late substitution here. Yeah, chance for an impact sub maybe.
I think that was said firmly, tongue in cheek there. But I don't, good luck to that lad. But I don't think any too many players would want to be coming on 7-1 down away from home with about 3 minutes left. But here, if he can make an impact, he's got a fair chance to start the next game at this rate. It's good to see Mo's many facets here with commentating mental arithmetic and comedy.
Well, I have to try my hand at a few different things, and let's just say they're not great, any of them, but sure.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
I'll be right. Summed it up pretty well.
At least you got your bet up.
That's it, yeah. It'll be £300 in the last day, so Oh, and
That looked very much like handball, but the
Very.
Richhill keeper as Jimmy Walker was going through there, but I think the referee, in fairness, was being polite and
yeah,
letting him
I
away
think
with
so.
it. Because I think if he had given the free kick there,
Straight red.
it was a straight red card, and I don't think anybody really wants to see anybody sent off at this point in the game, you know.
No, I don't think it would make a whole lot of difference at this stage. I know the game's dead and gone.
It was dead and buried a long time. It was dead and buried after the first 3 minutes, but it was just a case of how many you were going to score. But you know, at least they followed that through. They've scored another 7 tonight. You know, goal difference goes +6. You know, further. So really rammed home their advantage from the word go.
But I think the attitude in Newry players here are showing. We're into the final few minutes, 7-1 up, and they're still running, still trying, still working very hard. Every opportunity, they always want more goals.
Yeah, I think any team that's top of their league, you know, that's what you get. You play for the full 90 minutes regardless of what the score is. And, you know, that's certainly been one thing about the Darren Mullen's side this season. They're there in merit. I don't think anybody anywhere could really argue with that. Obviously, the league looks essentially wrapped up, you know, bar the next couple of games, but still in the semi-final or the second round, the quarter-finals, that is, of the Alan Wilson Cup. So chance of 2 trophies, along with the reserves Wilmore Johnson Cup coming to the showgrounds.
I think that game's away to St Mary's, with the winners playing Dungannon Tigers.
And that won't be an easy game. St Mary's the only team to beat Newry in the league this season. Early in the season was 1-0. It was actually a Paul McElroy own goal. I'm sure you'll not like me for mentioning it, but you know, it would be a fantastic season if the first team could wrap up the league and win the Alan Wilson Cup, and you know, there could be 3 trophies coming along the showgrounds in the first season in Newry City Athletic Football Club's existence. So fantastic for everybody who's worked so hard to get the club back on track.
Another corner here for Newry. Not too worried about taking it quickly.
Just in the last minute, normal time here. Keeper flapped at another one. I don't think there was much contact with him, but referee gives another free out. We're just coming into stoppage time now.
Don't think there's been too many stoppages in the second half compared to the first, so it'll be interesting to see how much time the referee does add on. Can't see it being too long.
No, it certainly won't be as long as the first. I think it was just that brief stoppage for when Niall Crilley was down injured. In the first minute of stoppage time, Peter Murphy clears the ball up the pitch.
It's Walker trying to thread the ball through here. Finds Neil Barr. Fortunately, that
very uncharacteristic there by James Walker. Just went to trap it with the studs and the ball under his foot, but the Newry got it back with Gary McVicker here.
referee looking at his watch. Time almost done here at the showgrounds.
I think he's got his whistle in his mouth. Maybe it's a cigarette, I'm not too sure. Unlucky there for Mark Patton. He's still demanding the ball in stoppage time there. Shows the Mark's performance and why he's man of the match. Just unlucky, he put under a bit of pressure there. Defender forced him to play the ball out of play.
So a chance to move forward here with Paddy Mooney. Finds Crilley inside and back to Mooney. And he scores the ball. And you get a second chance. That's cleared.
That was actually the right ball Paddy Mooney tried to play in there. Very much like Neil Bowers in the first half, only from further out. He tried to play the ball in between the line of the back four and the goalkeeper, but unfortunately Mark Patton was actually just hanging out, waiting for a ball to be pulled back.
Another free kick here for Newry, just inside Richhill's half. We're in the dire moments of the game here, folks.
Yeah, the 3rd minute of stoppage time by my watch.
Still Newry 7, Richhill 1. Just to make sure we can keep count of the score.
We are mental arithmetic, my watch shouldn't be any bother at all.
Thanks very much.
Your comedy stylings, I'm not too sure about though.
Well, we'll continue to try them anyway. Might get something out of it at some stage.
That's a terrible tackle, Mark Patton. And the Richhill right back actually the goal to shout he got the ball. If he means the ball of his ankle, fair enough. You can see my comedy stylings aren't any better than yours, Mo.
No, certainly not. That's us, folks. End of the game. Newry City finished the game 7-1 winners. Another 3 points out of the league, 6 points to go, and they will be league winners.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Obviously, they get that those 3 points from the postponed match against Banbridge AFC, and you rightly said 2 more wins, and that's the league title. The goal that Darren Mullen set as players at the start of the season will be wrapped up. So it's been great to hear to do my first commentary on Newry City AFC beside you.
So thanks very much for listening, folks. You've been listening to Mo Ruddy and Gareth McCullough.